The first porno I saw, I snuck into my mother's bathroom, tried on her G-string underwear, and pranced around in front of the mirror, trying to see if I could turn myself on. It was so silly.
Would you excuse me? I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay, I don't have to go, but I'll walk there with you.
Good day and good night. Welcome to the High and Low Retrospective, where we dust off cult classics from the attic of pop culture and see what still has some sheen. I like to think of the High and Low Retrospective as an opportunity to be reminded of forgotten gems, but this is also a sanctum of discovery where we can uncover a treasure so beautiful, so precious that it leaves those who already knew about it wishing they could discover it again for the first time. Today, we're talking about a show that might fit that description. We're hopping on the F train and traveling back to the late 90s, a time when MTV was more than just reality shows and TRL. Our subject, a hidden gem that captured the chaotic, hilarious, and painfully relatable grind of young adult life in New York City. It's a little show called Downtown, a one-season wonder that gave us grunge aesthetics, slice-of-life storytelling, and characters who felt as real as your favorite bodega guy. Let's dig into its creation, the show's legacy, its connection to one of the most successful animation studios today, and let's talk about why this animated gem deserved more love while it was still around. Grab your Doc Martens and let's go for a walk through the concrete jungle. MTV's Downtown was a brainchild of Chris Pernosky, a budding animator fresh off a stint at MTV's animation studio. Before founding the powerhouse studio Titmouse,
What did you say?
Pernosky was just a guy with a love for urban culture, punk rock, and animation that felt real. Inspired by his own experiences as a New York transplant, he wanted to create a show that reflected the grit, humor, and heart of city life without glossing over its messy edges. The result was Downtown, which debuted on MTV in 1999. Unlike the exaggerated antics of other animated series at the time, Downtown went for authenticity. The show followed a group of 20-somethings, Alex, the geeky protagonist, his rebellious sister Shaka, and their eclectic friends, as they navigated the chaos of relationships, jobs, and finding cheap pizza. Visually, Downtown was a love letter to the raw energy of late 90s New York. Its art style blended sketchy, hand-drawn aesthetics with urban grit, echoing the street art and zine culture of the era. Pernosky worked closely with art director Ricardo Delgado to create a city that felt alive, teeming with bustling crowds, steaming manholes, and graffiti-covered walls. Even the soundtrack was a vibe, featuring indie rock, punk, and hip-hop tracks that perfectly captured the mood of each episode. From gritty beats to grungy guitars, Downtown felt like the mixtape one of your friends would make for you. The wide-ranging and memorable characters of Downtown were brought to life by an equally diverse and talented voice cast, each actor perfectly embodying their character's quirks and charm. Alex Henson, the awkward, nerdy 24-year-old virgin with a hopeless crush on goth girl Serena, was voiced by Gregory Gilmore, who captured Alex's endearing everyman energy. His rebellious and bold 17-year-old sister Shaka was voiced by Leora Zuberman, whose performance highlighted Shaka's unapologetic attitude and streetwise edge. Marco H. Rodriguez voiced Fruity, the smooth-talking Afro-Latino ladies' man with a secret crush on Shaka, while Scott Reinecker lent his voice to Scott Goat, Alex and Jen's perpetually high, laid-back stoner friend. Tammy Lang brought sharp wit and biting humor to Jen, Alex's sarcastic Asian-American best friend, adding depth to the show's ensemble. Hector Fontanez portrayed Maddie, Fruity's artsy and introspective best friend, while Aurora Lucia Levy gave life to Mecca, Shaka's romantic and hopeful African-American best friend. Phoebe Summerswash nailed the goth girl aesthetic as Serena, Alex's love interest, capturing the perfect mix of mystery and allure. Rounding out the cast was Rosanna Placencia as Leia, Jen's promiscuous and candid roommate, who added an additional layer of complexity to the social dynamics of Downtown.
What about him? Are you dating him too?
Leia, look, I know you'd rather chew off your arm than have a relationship conversation with me, but we gotta talk. Leia, pick up the phone. Or don't. Fine.
What?
When Downtown premiered, it earned critical acclaim for its writing and aesthetics. The The show's slice-of-life storytelling and sharp humor drew comparisons to indie films and graphic novels of the time. However, it struggled to find an audience amidst MTV's shift towards reality TV. Now, let's be honest, 1999's MTV was a fickle beast. It loved edgy content, but only if it could pull big numbers. Despite glowing reviews and a devoted niche fan base, Downtown didn't hit the ratings jackpot. After just 13 episodes, MTV pulled the plug on Downtown, setting low viewership. The show disappeared from the airwaves but found new life years later through DVD releases and online fan communities. Chris Bernosky, reflecting on the cancellation, once joked that Downtown was too cool for its own good. While MTV may not have given the series a proper chance, its fans have kept its legacy alive, celebrating it as a time capsule of pre-Y2K urban life. The cancellation of Downtown didn't spell the end of Bernosky. In fact, it was just the beginning. He took the lessons learned from the show, how to tell authentic stories, how to work with a tight budget, how to turn chaos into art, and channeled that into his next venture, Titmouse.
What did you say?
Founded in 2000, Titmouse grew into one of the most prolific animation studios in the business, responsible for modern hits like Big Mouth, The Legend of Vox Machina, and Metalocalypse. You could say that Downtown was a seed from which Titmouse's wild, weird forest of animation grew. Over 2 decades later, Downtown remains a cult favorite, cherished for its unique voice, authentic characters, and unapologetic love for the messy, magical chaos of city life. Fans continue to celebrate its short but impactful run, with many calling it one of the most underrated animated series of all time. So that's the high and low retrospective on MTV's Downtown, a show that burned bright and fast but left a lasting mark on animation and storytelling. If you haven't seen it yet, do yourself a favor and track it down. It's a time capsule of 1990s New York City you won't want to miss. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe so you never miss another trip down memory lane. Join us again for more deep dives into the shows, the movies, the music that shaped our world. Until next time, stay sharp, stay curious, and remember...
Yes?
I'll give you $100 if I can have this seat next to your friend.
Some businessman you are. I would have given it to you for a piece of gum.